Most people step into the world of manifestation, believing that the universe speaks through signs. They wait for repeating numbers on the clock, a phrase overheard at just the right moment, or a sudden coincidence to confirm they are on the right path. And while synchronicities are real and often beautiful, they are not the ultimate compass. In fact, when you rely too heavily on external proof, you might unknowingly delay the very shift you've been longing for. The truth is both simpler and more profound. Your intuition is the real quantum signal, the silent frequency that already knows where you are meant to go. Before the universe whispers through numbers or coincidences, it speaks through you. And this is the key that most people overlook. Think about this. Every great decision you've ever made, every time your life turned in a new and transformative direction, there was a moment where something inside of you simply knew. Maybe it made no sense on paper. Maybe others told you it was too risky or too strange. And yet, when you followed that inner nudge, everything aligned afterward. This is not luck. This is not random chance. This is the quantum field responding to coherence. It responds to the resonance of your inner state, not the doubts of your outer seeking. When you say, "I'll only move forward if I see a sign," you are broadcasting hesitation. But when you act on the signal within you, the field bends, aligns, and rearranges reality around your choice. Science is beginning to catch up with this mystery. Neuroscience tells us that the brain processes vast amounts of information below the level of conscious awareness. What we call intuition is not a wild guess. It's the body's extraordinary ability to detect patterns and probabilities faster than the logical mind. And physics suggests something even more fascinating. Your consciousness is not isolated inside your skull. It is entangled with the field itself. That means your body is already in communication with future potentials. Intuition is the whisper of those futures reaching back toward you, saying, "This is the timeline that's waiting, step into it." When you ignore that whisper, you keep searching for proof outside of yourself. When you trust it, you collapse reality instantly. Now imagine how different your life could feel if you stopped chasing signs outside and started recognizing the signals inside. The anxiety of waiting would dissolve. The doubt of wondering if you are on the right path would quiet down, because the path is not out there. It is inside you, unfolding step by step, with each decision made from resonance instead of fear. This is why so many spiritual teachers, from ancient mystics to modern quantum thinkers, remind us that stillness is the portal. Silence is not empty. It is the field where intuition can finally be heard. And when you live from that awareness, synchronicities do not stop happening. They multiply. But now they arrive not to convince you, but to confirm what you already knew. There's a saying in the mystical traditions: "The kingdom of heaven is within you." Quantum manifestation reveals that this is not just spiritual poetry, it is physics in motion. The field does not wait for your eyes to spot a number on the clock or your ears to hear a song lyric. The field waits for your nervous system to align with your decision. It responds to coherence. It responds to clarity. It responds when you stop outsourcing your power to random events and start embodying the vibration of your own truth. This is why some people seem to manifest effortlessly. They are not begging the universe for permission. They are broadcasting certainty from within. So the real open secret is this: synchronicity is not the beginning of manifestation. It is the echo. It is the ripple that follows after your inner choice has already been made. Which means if you are waiting for external signs before acting, you are living backwards. You are stuck in delay. But if you learn to tune into your inner compass, the intuitive pulse that beats faster when truth is near, the sudden calm that arises when you silently know, then the external world will simply mirror that certainty. Numbers will appear, doors will open, opportunities will align, but not as proof you needed. They arrive as celebration of what you already chose. And once you truly see this, your whole relationship with manifestation changes. Because here's the paradox: the more you look outside for guidance, the quieter your intuition becomes. And the more you trust your intuition, the louder the universe seems to confirm it. This is the reversal that most never notice, which means that your task right now is not to chase another sign, not to wait for another coincidence, but to lean in, close your eyes, and listen to the resonance already speaking within your chest. That's not imagination. That is the field itself. And when you follow it, you stop asking the universe for directions. You become the direction. If you think about it, the compass has always been one of humanity's most profound inventions. It doesn't show you the full map. It doesn't tell you the obstacles ahead, But with one silent pull, it reveals the direction. Intuition works exactly like that. It doesn't always explain itself. It doesn't hand you every detail of how things will unfold, but it provides alignment, a magnetic north inside your being. And just like the compass is tuned to Earth's magnetic field, your intuition is tuned to the quantum field. This is not metaphorical, it is literal. Studies in quantum biology reveal that even the smallest creatures like birds, migrating thousands of miles, use quantum entanglement in their eyes to navigate with astonishing precision if nature itself uses quantum coherence as a guidance system. Why would you imagine that you, a conscious being deeply entangled with the field, would not be equipped with the same mechanism? Your intuition is not a soft luxury. It is the most advanced navigation system the universe ever gave you. The problem is that most people have been trained to mistrust it. Society celebrates logic, strategy, and planning, while intuition is dismissed as superstition or emotional guesswork. But here's the paradox. Logic can only work with data from the past. It calculates based on what has already happened. Intuition, however, is a direct line to the probabilities of the future. Neuroscientist Antonio Damasio showed how decision collapses when the brain regions that process emotion and intuition are damaged. People with these impairments can analyze endlessly, but cannot choose because logic without intuition leads to paralysis. This reveals something shocking. Intuition is not opposed to intelligence. It is intelligence just expressed in a dimension beyond linear thinking. Quantum physics gives us an even deeper explanation. According to John Wheeler's participatory universe theory, reality doesn't fully crystallize until observation occurs. That means the future is not fixed. It exists in a range of possibilities. Your intuition is the echo of those possibilities brushing against your awareness before they collapse. When you feel a sudden pull toward one choice, when a calm certainty arises in your chest with no explanation, that is not irrationality. It is resonance with a future timeline that already exists. And because your consciousness is entangled with the field, you can sense it before your rational mind can explain it. Einstein himself once said, "The only real valuable thing is intuition." He understood that beyond equations there is a knowing that leaps across space and time. But here's the catch. Intuition is quiet. It speaks in whispers, not shouts. And in a world filled with noise, constant notifications, endless comparison, and the pressure to always be logical, those whispers get drowned out. Most people say they can't hear their intuition. But in truth, it's not that intuition isn't speaking. It's that they've tuned the volume of external noise so high they can no longer perceive the subtler frequencies. Think about a radio. If you're blasting static at maximum volume, you'll never catch the signal of the station you're looking for. But once you slow down, once you begin to trust the space between thoughts, the station reveals itself clearly. That station is your inner compass, and it is broadcasting constantly. Now, why do we call it the quantum compass? Because it doesn't move in straight lines. It doesn't tell you first do a then B then C, it shows you resonance. You'll feel expansion when you are moving closer to the right frequency and contraction when you drift away. The body itself is designed to respond to this. Your nervous system will relax when you are in coherence with your true path and will tighten when you are not. Joe Dispenza often emphasizes that the body is the unconscious mind, meaning it holds signals long before your intellect catches up. When you get chills for no reason, when your gut tightens in warning, or when your chest opens with excitement, these are not random sensations. They are feedback from the field. Your body is literally the receiver of quantum guidance. And yet here's the tragic mistake. Most people dismiss these signals because they don't come wrapped in logic. They override them with overthinking. They wait for the external sign, the number sequence, the coincidence because they trust what they can see more than what they can feel. But manifestation doesn't respond to sight. It responds to vibration. And vibration is registered in your inner world before it ever appears in the outer world. This is why Neville Goddard taught that feeling is the secret. He knew that the inner compass is not optional. It is the gateway. Once you trust it, life no longer feels like endless effort. It becomes alignment, it becomes flow. So if intuition is truly your compass, then ignoring it is like walking blind in a forest while holed.